Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this edition of How the School System Failed Us All, we'll be going over what a Roth IRA is and why we should have been taught about them in school. I'm going to refrain from talking about all of the things that irks me about the school system and get straight into what you all came here for, which is how to achieve financial freedom using a Roth IRA. First of all, what exactly is financial freedom? Well, personally, I would say that it's the ninth wonder of the world, if there were 9 of them. But the formal definition of financial freedom is having enough income to pay for your living expenses for the rest of your life without ever having to work again. Now, how freaking awesome is that? Now, you may be thinking to yourself, this must be some kind of joke. That's impossible. And I don't blame you for thinking that, because in school, we were made to believe that we must live paycheck to paycheck for the rest of our lives, but that's not the case. Okay, now that you know what financial freedom is, let's talk about how you can achieve it by using a Roth IRA. I created a poll on all of my social media platforms asking my followers if they knew what a Roth IRA is. The result ended up being evenly split, which is far better than what I was expecting. To anyone that doesn't know what a Roth IRA is, it's an individual retirement account which allows you to contribute money that you've already paid taxes on. I emphasize the word account because a lot of people think that a Roth IRA itself is the investment, but instead it's an account that you can make investments in for your retirement. Okay then, so what's so special about an account that you can make investments in for your retirement? I hope you're sitting down right now because what I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind. All of the astronomical gains that you make from the investments in your Roth IRA grows completely tax-free, which you can begin to withdraw when you're 59 and a half years old. The reason this is such a big deal is because taxes will most likely be going up in the future, so having a Roth IRA allows you to hedge against those future tax hikes. The benefit of not having to pay taxes on any of your gains should be more than enough to get you to open up a Roth IRA. But if you need some more convincing, here are some of the other benefits of having a Roth IRA. Most retirement accounts don't allow you to take out your contributions until you reach a certain age. But that's not ideal for some people because they may need that money if an emergency comes up. But you see, what makes a Roth IRA so special is that you can take out your contributions at any time without having to pay taxes or an early withdrawal fee. However, if you take out your gains, then that would be a different story. Remember what I said? A Roth IRA is an account that you can make tax-free investments in. There are so many things that you can invest in a Roth IRA. Some of the most common investments that people make are stocks, bonds, index funds, cryptocurrency, and real estate. Yes, you heard me correctly. More on that later. You can contribute to your Roth IRA 24/7 and you're not required to contribute a certain amount. For example, you could completely max out your account on the first day of the year, or you could split up your contributions over multiple months. I'm sure that you can't wait to start making contributions towards a Roth IRA. So let's go over the requirements you must meet to open up a Roth IRA. You must be earning taxable income. However, there is no minimum requirement. To be able to make contributions to a Roth IRA, your income can't be above $140,000 for single tax filers and $208,000 for joint tax filers. Once you've opened up a Roth IRA, you'll be able to contribute $6,000 a year if you're under 50 years old and $7,000 a year if you're over 50 years old. Just to reiterate, the money that you're contributing to your Roth IRA is post-tax money, which is money that you already paid taxes on. And that's really it, guys. It's that simple to open up a Roth IRA. Even children can open up a Roth IRA by having their legal guardian open up a custodial Roth IRA for them. Alright, let's now go over an example that shows what makes a Roth IRA so special. Let's say that you're 20 years old and that you would like to retire by the time you're 60 years old. you stumble across this thing called a Roth IRA and you immediately decide to open up an account. You want to be balling out by the time you're 60 years old, so you decide to contribute $500 a month, which in total is $6,000 a year and is the maximum amount that you can contribute every year. Let's say that you put all of your money into an index fund that tracks the S&P 500, which averages about 10% every year. Well, by the time you retire at 60 years old, you'll have $3,162,039 to blow away on bingo. And here's the even crazier part. Over those years, you only put in $240,000 of your own money. But because of this wonderful thing called compound interest, that money grew by over $2,922,039. And remember, Uncle Sam can't tax a single penny that comes out of your Roth IRA after you're 59 and a half years old. Now I want to demonstrate to you guys the power of compound interest. Let's say that you decide to wait a year to open up a Roth IRA. Well, instead of ending up with $3,162,039 at 60 years old, you end up with $2,856,630. Don't get me wrong, that's still a lot of money, but waiting a year to start contributing to a Roth IRA literally costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars. So don't wait. If you think that I'm making up these numbers, then see for yourself by using this investment calculator right here. Since this channel primarily revolves around real estate, I figured that I'll briefly talk about how you can use a Roth IRA to purchase a house. As most of you may know, the upfront costs in purchasing a house can be quite expensive, which is why it takes people some time to save up enough money. Here's where a Roth IRA comes in. You can withdraw up to $10,000 in gains, free of taxes and early withdrawal fees. That's in addition to being allowed to withdraw your contributions at any time because you already paid taxes on that money. To end things off, I just want to reiterate the fact that you can literally be a millionaire by the time you retire. So why wait to start contributing towards a Roth IRA? And if you think that you don't have enough money to start investing, think again, because if you invested $10 into an index fund that tracks the S&P 500 at 20 years old, then you would have a whopping $537 by the time you're 60 years old. So what are you waiting for? Go out there and set up a Roth IRA so that you can begin your journey towards financial freedom. You can click here for a list of brokers that you can choose from to set up a Roth IRA. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you found this information helpful, then please do me a favor by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Also, if you think that someone could benefit from watching this video, then please share it with them. I hope that we can all become financially free someday. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys later.